welcome, welcome, welcome back to another episode of my Purdue Boilermakers Dynasty here on College Football 26. Well, we are looking to complete an undefeated year 4 with a national championship. I am just double checking it. Purdue national championship. They have 0 officially recognized national champions. Looks like some sources recognize a retroactive one for the 1931 season. NCAA does not list Purdue as a national champion for that year, though. So, for my money, for the NCAA's money, this would be Purdue's first ever national championship going up against a North Carolina team that is 13-2. They were 7-1 in their conference, and they have gone the length of the playoffs from the 7 seed by throttling Oklahoma State, beating Miami by 12, and then throttling UCLA. So this has been I almost said a Purdue team. This is a Notre Dame team. North Carolina team. Sorry, kind of struggling with my words right now. Very excited. That is on a tear here. And this is after starting off 1-2, losing to South Carolina, and then getting beat by 2 scores by what eventually was a 6-7 Stanford team. So the 2 teams they have lost to have a combined 11-14 record on the season. But after that loss to Stanford, they ran the rest of their season. They have not lost since then. There's regular season perspective, there's not really anything at all that's impressive throughout this. Now, they got wins over James Madison, which, was a solid enough team there, and beat an SMU team by a couple of scores on the road. That was a pretty solid SMU team. But there's not a whole lot of really good records on this, but you cannot deny what they did here, in the playoffs, crushing a good Oklahoma State team, beating Miami by 2 scores, and then beating UCLA by 3 scores. I guess by 2 scores, technically by 15. But I mean, they have done what they have needed to here during this run. Now, as you look at the top, their overalls are not particularly spectacular. I know that they have an elite quarterback in Gio Lopez, who I believe was a Heisman finalist. I know through stretches this year he was at least in the Heisman discussion. Was not a finalist, though we did just play one in the last game. John Monk scored a touchdown against us as we were able to beat Georgia in shocking fashion. We were up 18 points heading into the fourth quarter, almost gave up the lead, but a huge defensive stand. Ian Jeffries, 4.5 sacks on the game, 2 sacks on the last 2 plays for Georgia. We probably don't deserve to win this game, but we got the job done. We won the game. We're the ones now playing for this national title hope and aspect here. I don't really know what a national title would do for the overall team perspective here from strictly like a recruiting perspective or anything. Right now, we're in a pretty decent spot as a program, 3.5 stars, but we'll worry about that when we get there. But based on what I'm looking at, I think we're the better team. Now, Gio Lopez is excellent, a dual threat quarterback, really good athlete, good enough arm strength, but is really accurate, especially on the run. Gio Lopez had a phenomenal senior season here. He is a multi-year starter, actually a 4-year starter. Has had a fantastic career, really took that, elevated it to a completely different level here. 47-3 record over 47-3 touchdown interception record, a ratio over 3,800 yards. Also added in 9 touchdowns, about 500-ish yards on the ground. Similar production, just with more passing touchdowns to what we have gotten out of Bryce Baker on our end. The running backs, Dejon Williams is certainly the leader here in the clubhouse. It looks like good speed. Their top back, Wimbush, is pretty solid. The wide receivers, Amari Kiki, redshirt sophomore here. Solid player, but he's 5'6". Great change of direction and agility. Jason Robinson here is a little bit bigger than him, but certainly has some speed. There's not a ton of size in this room until you get to Mango, but I don't know how much he's going to play in this situation. I don't know why it's going all the way over to the left. The tight end is not really much to speak about. The offensive line is in a good spot. Let me back out because right now every time I scroll down, it's doing it's like pushing the cursor over, and it's just bothering me. Let's try to hop back over here though and kind of see what we're working with. The offensive line is solid. Defensive line, some good edge rushers. Not a ton of freak athletes, but some pretty good players in there for sure. Linebacker group got some good athletes. They're not the highest overall, but certainly decent enough. Really, really strong cornerback group. Pretty good size, good athleticism, really good coverage skills, good man guys, good zone guys as well. So an elite cornerback group on the whole. Really good free safety. And then, of course, you guys saw it earlier, Malcolm Ziegler here. Probably the highest overall player in this current season. I would guess he's a 99 with a boost. Just an incredible player. An insane, size, speed, zone coverage combo for him. He is actually the highest rated player in the game. Malcolm Ziegler, we'll say Ziegler. He is up to a 99 overall. 7 interceptions over the last 2 years, had 97 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 1 career sack. A really good player. So just straight looking at what we see, I think the path to victory here is going to be running the football and trying to keep this, really good offense off the field while also limiting the chances for us to make a mistake. But we have an opportunity here, crazy as it is to say, to win a national championship. Can we do it here by beating North Carolina? What do we want to rock with any kind of weird uniforms? I kind of feel like this is the time you go with, kind of just the classic looks for both teams. Let's see. I do like they're all white. We can just rock our regular jerseys here. Can we win Purdue their first ever, sure enough, national title, a chance at a 16-0 season? I will say I think we got really lucky in the early portions of the year. I think we got lucky against Georgia. We did a lot of really, really good things this season in totality. And here's to hoping that we can finish things off here. Massive, massive game. Obviously, this is the biggest game in Purdue Boilermakers history, by far the biggest game here in this dynasty, with just an incredible opportunity to finish things off 2029 season to win us a national title. Can we complete the undefeated season with a team that I think has a really good chance at being even better next year? As crazy as that sounds, we've already set multiple records with this year's squad. We got multiple records that are very likely to fall here today. But most importantly, again, the chance to win that national title with two teams that are not really used to having this high level of success, right? I really love the kind of the gold outline that we get on the scoreboard in this game. But we are underway here in Raymond James Stadium, playing this down in Tampa. We're going to start off with a North Carolina touchback. See, these two teams, we've been better on third down, more yards per game. They throw the ball a little bit more than we do, or at least a higher percentage. Cover 4 was an amazing, effective thing for us when it came to beating Georgia. It was the recipe to beat them. It was what Mukuamu struggled the most against. We'll have to figure out what it is that's going to affect Gio Lopez the most, but it's a run play, and Lawton shuts it down. Keegler kind of calls that play to have a little bit more slow development. Getting the running back in the backfield, a 3 wide receiver set here for Gio Lopez. Again, maybe the best quarterback we have played this entire season. Oh, the fake handoff kind of got me there. But a bad throw on the outside. Now has us staring at a 3rd and 11. Right now, early feeling. I think they're really going to struggle to block Keegler. Best defensive lineman in the country this year, a first-team All-American, multiple award winner. And this is going to be a throwaway, and it's a 3-and-out for North Carolina. In that 3-play possession, losing a yard. That is not the showing that they wanted. The offense has been exceptional here in the postseason. How did this Purdue offense open up? Again, I really think our path to victory here is running the football. I think that's what we want to mainly focus on here. We got a guy in Volk who has an outside chance of getting to 2,000 rushing yards this season. We'll move Zegwu over here. We'll bring out that cornerback, spread him out just a little bit more. Our linebacker, and it's a run to Volk to get us started. Kind of as expected. It is a nice carry directly up the middle. We're going to wait on that pick and pop play. I think a Volk-Stenerud game is our biggest path with how good this North Carolina secondary is. We get this out. Volk, not a lot of blocking there, but runs over the quarterback. Ends up being a gain of 4. I'm not in the business of trying to be too cute. This is all about trying to win this football game here today. Counter run, right back to Volk's third straight play getting the ball. Now we bring in Stenerud, still 3 wide receivers out here on the field. We hand it off to Stenerud, who's got a big hole. Nice first down, and Purdue is off to an exceptionally quick start here today. Make them show that they can stop these running backs. Stenerud goes out in motion. They sink a little bit too much to the inside, but decent play out there by the cornerback as Corey Smith could not hold the block, but it's still a gain of 6. Every play so far on this drive has gone to a tailback. It was 3 straight touches for Volk. Now it's going to be 3 straight touches for Stenerud, and it is another strong run up the middle. I think if you are a North Carolina fan, this is not at all the start that you were looking for. Play action. Pressure trying to get around there to him. Baker does escape finally through, and right down the field in Bryce Baker. The transfer from TCU puts us on the scoreboard. Absolutely exceptional blocking on that play. Holding the line as I kind of struggled to get out of that pocket. No actual passes happened on that drive to a non-running back. Essentially just extended handoffs to Volk and Stenerud. The scramble there, and then handoffs to Stenerud and Volk. A dreadful start there for North Carolina, who did not show a whole lot of aptitude to be able to slow us down at all on that drive. At least initially. It's a 3 wide receiver hit for Lopez. North Carolina needs a good drive here. And that is a good run. There we go. Their first positive play of the game. Kegler kind of shed his block there and then kind of got turned around. Nice run. 3 wides, tight end in the slot. Not a whole lot of pressure. It goes underneath. There we go. So far, a good answer for North Carolina. We played nothing but covers. Let's try to mix it up on them here. Seeing these linebackers done a really good job of getting after the quarterback this year. Lopez kind of a bunched up set. Pressure comes quickly. Excellent catch there for Amari Kiki, the 5'6" wide receiver. Goes up and grabs that one. Great play. Small but explosive in short bursts. Between the 2 there, Scales makes a nice play. Tight end and H-back set. Pressure comes through immediately. Trip, sack, fumble there as Ian Jeffries is having the playoff run of a lifetime here. As a senior defensive tackle, he's been exceptional for us his whole career and is finishing it off extremely strong. It's a 3rd and 15. Huge play here for North Carolina. I'm going to dump this off. Dalton slide all over what essentially is a carry there for James Denson. North Carolina's going to have to punt it again. You cannot let us get pressure on you. You Can't let us get you into 3rd and longs. This is a defense that really struggled in the opening portion of the season at getting off the field on 3rd downs. Why we struggle so much with Wake Forest. Why we struggle so much against an inferior opponent there in week 1. First time they actually showed some gumption about being able to stop the run there. Go wide. Big pass up to Gant, the first actual completion to a non-running back there. We're off and running again. 20-yard completion to George Gant. This time Baker's going to pull, get what he can, and slides down. It's a North Carolina team that seems really shell-shocked here in the early going. Get this out. Smith not going to get the first down. If you're North Carolina right now, how do you think that you're even going to stop them in these situations? 3rd and inches, hand off to Volk, steamrolls ahead and gets the first down. It's a Purdue team that just seemed really explosive. Baker just, this is not a good sign here for the Tar Heels, as they cannot get anything to work right now. Single high safety. They blitz that safety. Leashing over to Braceville, makes a nice grab. Now the safety is way backed off. Completion there to Harris. Gain of 4. This was a really rough first quarter for North Carolina, as Purdue is already up 7-0. Where do you find hope that you're going to be able to actually make a comeback here, as Purdue is averaging 8 yards of play, and this has looked really simple here in the early going. Trusting guys like Ziegler to make big plays here. Hand off to Volk. 3rd and 4. This is a play you've got to figure out how to get off the field. If you're North Carolina, you have to get off the field right here. Force the field goal. Pressure does come through, and it is going to be a strip sack. Touchdown the other way for North Carolina. Talking about somebody needing to make a play. I thought it would be a guy in the secondary. North Carolina strikes. Liddell Grant forces the fumble. I didn't see the name of the guy that actually picked it up, to be honest with you, which is not good on me. Franklin Thomas. Let's look at this from the other side. Nobody really open there. I was going to try to get all I was trying to do was kind of escape enough to try to get this out to Volk. Did not read this quick enough. They only sent 4, just 8 up. Marcus Easley there. Dale Grant makes the first massive play for North Carolina, and now we got ourselves a game. You're a 3rd down completion, a future touchdown there from Purdue being up 14. With a team that does not stand out as being that much better than us in totality from a talent standpoint. These are the games that we have put away this year. Baker now, back-to-back games with a turnover. Now I think we're ready to play, though. Get this out to Volk, and there's nobody with him. Big play out of bounds. He's already got like over 60 yards of offense in this game. He's going to tote it here again. Great speed there off the edge from Keener. Get that tackle. Really impressive play. This is hat on a hat run play here, where Volk and company have really diced people up. I think Thomas makes a nice play there again, though. Was a first down. Nice throw inside the brace for Hardy. A couple of catches for him. It's the completion of the first down. Purdue dominating time of possession, trying to wear out this defense. Now it's a handoff to Volk. It's the first down. Swap things up here to get Stenerud a couple of touches. I really love the setup here. Gonna hand it off though. And instead the run blocker just does an excellent job there. Stenerud up ahead again. Owning the line of scrimmage right now. Except for the one play. The one play North Carolina really made it count. Out to Corey Smith. I'd really like that throw to get him kind of continuing going towards the sideline, but didn't get it to work there. We like how this is set up. Those are elite players over there. Swap this to an inside zone. Then we're trying to shake and bake a little bit there. Out of that line of scrimmage at 3rd and 8. Try to set this slip screen. Get it out and it's blocked well. Stenerud may score. Inside the 5. He's going to get knocked out at the inch line. Baker remains perfect.
Here we go. Do this show. Right. Here we go.
Full house. We are 100% at scoring out of this formation. Volk's going to take it to the outside and keep that at 100 percentile. 100%, 100 percentile. Out of that full house, 14-7. Purdue with a great answer after their mistake. Now North Carolina's defense has spent a ton of time on the field as North Carolina has only gotten 1 first down so far this game. While Purdue has 2 touchdowns. What can this offense show for North Carolina? Been dominated in the early portion. Kind of struggling to talk this episode, I'm sorry. Handoff stuffed in the backfield. Loss of 2. Thought that would play a little coverage play. 3 wide receivers, tight end in the slot, send the running back out. Really good block in this play. He waits around instead of trying to scramble, tries to get it out to his big tight end Baxter though. Right there to make contact when the ball gets there. Double teaming Kegler is probably the smartest thing. They take a shot. Stroud on Icky, and Stroud knocks it away. Another 3 and out for North Carolina, whose defense has had 1 tremendous play. Is the only thing keeping them alive right now in this game. On up to Smith, nice play there. 14 able to get off the block. 97 yards passing, 95 yards rushing already here for Purdue. Inside to Smith right for a first down. Three wide receiver set. Handoff to Volk. It doesn't really explode through that first step. Still falls forward for a gain of 3. Handoff to Stenerud. Big gap run. Inside the 15, and Stenerud and Volk are dominating this game in the early going. Volk screams up the middle. He's inside the 5. There's just not an answer. Without that free play, they have had absolutely 0 answer. Touchdown inside. Volk already his second one. This is a 21-7 lead. Marco Gee's kick is up, and it is good. 21-7. 3 touchdowns. North Carolina has 1 first down. This has been a ruthless first half offensively for Purdue and for this defense. They have nothing so far. Nothing offensively. They got a strip sack, fumble, just an outstanding play. They took back like 80 yards for a touchdown. There ain't been a lot else here, but there's Gio Lopez with by far the biggest play for this North Carolina offense. And Stroud kind of run him down, forces him to slide, but what a scramble. What a play. So we sent pressure, kind of the way the routes and everything ended up running. And then we take Keegler and go to the inside, kind of running over Jeffries at the same time. Lopez with a great spin move out. And then there is nothing but green grass for a guy with big speed. A humongous play for North Carolina. Is that exactly what they needed to get going offensively? Who's going to start the second half with the ball? North Carolina needs this. You need to put a touchdown on the board here. 2-minute warning. Right now, I'm comfortable playing them man-to-man. I really am. Trying to send pressure. Comes screaming through. He throws it away. It's going to be a 3rd and 1. You really desperately need this first down. 3rd and 1. It's going to be a read option, knocked down by Scales. Purdue's going to take a timeout to give this offense one more possession here before halftime. With a big scramble from Lopez and the nice run on first down there. But Purdue holds. They force a field goal attempt. North Carolina still has 2 first downs offensively. A huge chunk play on the scramble, though. And really and truly, I mean, you're just one more mistake away from, having some momentum heading into the second half. Things have certainly not gone their way here early on. Scramble out. Oh, tried to make a great throw there to Smith. I believe that was Ziegler, though, that came in and made the play. I don't think there's any reason for us to get too cute here. Let's keep things simple. I don't know if that one was knocked away or if he just missed it. See, now, like, just that quickly, you can get some momentum. Looks like the North Carolina guy ended up making a good play. Just run off the screen here. And it is set up well, and Stenerud is going to get the first down and get out of bounds. They just don't have the answer. Not consistently, anyway. Throw this blindly over to Braceful. Another first down. Still 2 timeouts to work with. Inside there to Braceful. Not going to get the first down there. Hand this off and move the chains. Hopefully, anyway, and we do. Hurry it up. Baker just going to scramble up. He's got the speed, tries to slide down, and he's going to fumble for the 2nd time here in this first half. I tried to slide with Baker. Two fumbles, the only thing keeping them in the game. I mean, I can't challenge it, right, just to be on the safe side. Doesn't matter. We're at the end of the first half here anyway. I don't think he was down. North Carolina gets a huge play there. I'm not so sure they have not had 2 forced fumbles that save touchdowns. Like that's the kind of trust and faith. Baker's been so good, but 2 kind of freak plays here, and Jeffries with a quick sack there, Lopez. Gio Lopez, second only to Bryce Underwood, who won the Heisman at Tennessee. Nationally in touchdowns. Does not have one here in the first half. North Carolina facing another 3rd down. Oh, great play. Created a void there in the zone with the drag route. Little wide trail action. Always been one of my favorite plays. I don't run it a ton. I haven't run it a ton this year, but I really like that play. The screen. North Carolina's down to their last time out. You got to go. Man, they have been saved by these fumbles, though. Shot, one-on-one coverage. Stroud knocks it away. I don't think that's the guy we'll be throwing up these bombs to. Purdue is going to get a little bit of time here to try to see if we want to try to make something happen. We do have the ball to start the second half. It's an outstanding punt. Outstanding punt. Just going to hand this off. We're going to get out of Dodge. Big carry to Volk. Going to halftime. We'll just see if this pop play happens to hit. I don't think it's going to. We'll hand it off to Volk one last time. 21-10. North Carolina is really lucky to me, I feel, that this is not a 35-3 game. We are dramatically outplaying them. But 2 Bryce Baker fumbles, 1 on a strip sack. Not really a strip sack. He just gets hit on a sack and fumbles. And then another scramble. I'm trying to slide. It just does not work out. But, I mean, we have more passing yards and rushing yards than they have total yards. We have more touchdowns than they have first downs. North Carolina is desperately needing a stop here. Big play to Zegwood. Bad thing is Baker, outside of those 2 kind of freak plays, has been, flawless. He has been outstanding. I think it's the first negative run play they've created all game. Inside, knocked away. Okay, 3rd and 12 here. Try to make that more of a 3rd and manageable. Did not work out. Yeah, pressure. Here comes. Okay. All right, North Carolina with a great possession there defensively. Give up a first down on the first play. We have a bad run play. They finally, make something happen on. Couldn't get the catch on 3rd down. Had to kind of create a longer developing play there. It works. North Carolina trying to survive what was a dreadful first half for them. Big run. Kind of feel it shifting a little bit here. Going empty. We're going to send the house. Sack Kegler. Zip more they could block. Guys did not get open fast enough. Huge sack. Kegler needs to be like I wish that the play would necessitate growth, because he should be like a 90 overall player pretty much immediately. And he should be a great player heading into next year. He's already outstanding as is, but the overall attributes and stuff should really speak to that as well. 3rd and 9. Can you get off the field here if you're Purdue? Coming around again, Morton and Kegler. The defense is winning this game. Just need this offense to put it away. That's really, if you're the Boilermakers, that's all you're looking for. You might need one more touchdown. This game might be over. North Carolina is done. They're doing nothing offensively. Back-to-back run plays not working. Okay. We'll figure something out for that, though. Let's throw over to Smith. Just a gain of 5. We'll make this a little bit more manageable. 3rd and 7. Plenty of blocking. Step far enough back into the pocket to let it work for him. Corey Smith on the big 3rd down conversion there. Out to Smith. He's got wheels. Try to shake out Ziegler. 1st down. That was a great tackle by Ziegler. Kind of tried to decide where that block was going to go. A little late trying to make a reaction there. The run game is really slowed down for Bolt. See if it slows down for Stenerud. Good play there by 60. Dale Grant. Having a great game. This is a big play. I want to put this game away. Oh, he had Stenerud on the shot. We had him. He had him beat. I saw it late. I kind of I was going to scramble out there. You see Stenerud. Stenerud's open. That's a touchdown. And then I couldn't really get my feet set. Okay. I am costing us this right now. Should have slid earlier with Baker on that last fumble. Come on. Letting a team that should not be hang with us. That's how you lose these games. Them really slowing us down on the 1st down runs these past couple of drives are not helping anything. They still only have 2 first downs in the game. 5 first downs. Okay. A little off on my memory there. Apologies. Kegler comes screaming through again. Lopez, just sneaks that past the ear of Lawton. Now Kegler is banged up. That'll hurt. Get a little bit more now. Big run. Try to just dive at him with Schumacher. Never trip him up or anything. No Kegler is a big impact. Probably the single most dominant force that he's not. Maybe he is the most dominant force we have on this defense. And wow, they pick up the blitz with a well-timed hot read out to the running back. Letting North Carolina hang around now is going to hurt. This is like a pretty likely touchdown situation. Trying to get around, yep. Ooh, he barely dives in. Marable, you get close, forcing the fumble there. And we have allowed them to hang around. Now, if they get this conversion, they're only down 3. Somebody got to make a play right here. Empty set. Don't make it. 21-18, we have let this North Carolina team hang around. Great drive from them. Step on their neck here on this drive. Baker and his boys to make something happen. Hand off to Volk. I'm doing a terrible job, but still almost gets the first down. It's almost at the century mark again. First down to Stenerud. Little mesh concept here. Yeah, it's just a good play. He stays on him. It's a really nice play. Threw it to the wrong guy. Shouldn't have done this. Yep. Should have taken underneath stuff. 3rd and 10. We are crazy the confidence that you have. Now it can kind of quickly dissolve on you. We're going for it. Made it a 4th and manageable. No doubt about it. They have too much momentum. Could not take that risk there. Huge 4th down conversion there to Gant. No, and Volk splits the defense the first play after. Wow. End of the 3rd quarter. Purdue up 3 in field goal range. Missed opportunities there in the 3rd quarter to really put this game away. North Carolina, to their credit, is really fighting hard to stay in it, but this has been a game that has been really all Purdue. North Carolina has forced a couple of turnovers. Finally had some big plays offensively. Right now they're staying alive. Yep, try to scramble up. They're making some plays. They're making some plays. And no mistakes about it. Big 2nd and 14. Big completion there to Braceville, who almost gets the first down. Third and 2, this is a go. Hand off to Volk. Gets ahead inside the 10. Now you can kind of sense it again. And off to Volk, screams through to the 6. Over 120 yards now. Yeah, I'm trying to put this game away. Get Gant on a good angle there. 3rd and goal. Nope, just dump it off. Try to make the field goal. Scrambling into all blockers there and then getting sacked is a terrible look. It's a big kick. We make it though. All right, you're up 6. North Carolina put together an outstanding drive on their last possession as we choked it in the 3rd quarter. Choked that possession there as well. Kegler's back out there trying to stomach through this. Underneath, Stallton slide, great tackle. North Carolina's barely had the ball. Underneath, ball down, it's going to be a 3rd and 4. Healer's back out on a crucial third down. Not exactly what you want there. Up out in the flats. Make a tackle. Great effort from 2-5 there. Wow. Runs over Baxter. Shroud could not quite come up there in time. Kind of got a little H-back look here in the pistol. Play action. Great play. Off slide. Really good tackle again. It's a gain of 5. Missed opportunities to put this game away. Can you hold on afterwards now? Third and 1. Let's take a timeout. I didn't always do that on 3rd and inches. I don't pay attention to it. I don't really know how to stop this play regardless, but you know they're going. Quarterback sneak. He gets it. Wasted a timeout for nothing there. No Kegler. Maybe the best defensive player in college football this year, and you don't have him with an injury, a big-time throw as they has all day to throw it. We'll get aggressive here. Giving him too long to throw it right now. Out of bounds. Gain of 5. Four and a half left. Jailbreak play and almost an interception. They blocked nobody on that play. Really lucky. That was not something really bad. Let's play the flats. They might hit us up for a seam here, but get off the screen, but we're all over it. Dalton Sly slows him up where he tries to do a spin move. Schumacher knocks him down. North Carolina trying to make it a 3-point game now with less than 4 minutes left. Kick is up. He doinks it off the upright. He misses the field goal. Now Purdue with a chance to put this one away. It's a huge miss. Gunnar Smith, great play, gets a first down. Volk, big gash, huge run. North Carolina's got to at least start debating timeouts now. Schumacher once again, just putting this team on his shoulders. First down, and now North Carolina starts taking timeouts. Over 150 yards rushing. Set up the screen to Volk. Nice play there from the defense. Less than 2.5 minutes left. We're gonna run it here. If we don't get it, we'll go to the 2-minute warning. I guess force them to at least take their last time out. Doesn't matter. Volk. First down inside the 15. And Purdue fans can now see the writing on the wall. Is it finally going to happen? After all this time. Hand off to Stenerud. Big run. He's inside the 5. Purdue's very first football game. happened on October 29th, 1887. They have never won a national championship. Baker pulls, going to get inside, he's going to get into the end zone. Bryce Baker scores. String off the edge. Baker's taking some shots in this game. Baker with 2 scramble touchdowns, which means he's still technically tied with Drew Brees for the most passing touchdowns in a single season here for Purdue. A record I was certain that we would break today. I'll take the dub. 30-18. North Carolina has no timeouts left. We have no Kegler. Underneath. Gets the first down. That'll stop the clock momentarily. We'll play a lot of man defense here. Throw over, goes out of bounds. That'll stop the clock. You got to find an explosive, though. You have got to find an explosive somewhere. That was not it. Third and 2. Lopez almost gets sacked, just heaves that one up and gets either knocked away or just dropped. Giving Dalton Sly the drop there. Wide receivers, you know what? We've done a really nice job this year not making it easy. We're going to live or die by the pressure here again. Quarterback's going to get sent out in motion. It's a quick pass out there to him, and he makes a play. Great play. That was the big thing there is they playing in man coverage, putting him out there in motion. Nice play. Just a perfect play call for what we were trying to do there. Schumacher almost got the sack. North Carolina is fighting. They're fighting in this game. It's a huge loss. 3rd and 4 again. They will hurry it up. Big, huge play. That might be a touchdown. Scales cannot bring it in. North Carolina strikes. 3rd and 4. Run man. And a wide receiver on a linebacker. Even a good athlete as Scales is. Kick is up. His kick is good. Comes down to this. Picked up by Purdue. Thankfully, I tried to slide down. He ended up diving. We are going to come away with Purdue's first ever national championship. 100 and, oh goodness, what will that be? 142 years in the making. And your Boilermakers are national champions. We did not put away North Carolina the way I wanted us to, the way it looked like we were going to. North Carolina fought hard, consistently made plays. But at the end of the day, it is Purdue that is going to be hoisting this trophy. What a season. 16-0. Purdue gets it done. 172 yards on the ground for Abdul Volk. They could not stop this rushing attack. They just couldn't do it. Man, we survived. We dramatically outplayed North Carolina. They had a couple of nice drives there in the fourth quarter, or in the second half, obviously. We dominated this game. But they created enough splash plays. They got the 2 turnovers, one they took back for a score. But this should have been an ugly game, but it wasn't, which is fine. Baker goes 24 for 29, 222, no touchdowns, no interceptions. He's not going to break Drew Brees' record. He does at least tie it, though. He does add 2 scores on the ground. Was not a great day for him with the 2 fumbles. Volk obviously was nasty. Stenerud was great. Got a lot of carries early, and then I guess I kind of went more away from him than I thought I did. But obviously did not have to throw the ball a ton. We really spread it around to everybody. Stenerud had a couple of really big plays off of screen plays. Braceful, a couple of big catches. Corey Smith did as well. Did have a couple of drops. Overall, we get the job done, though. I thought the offensive line was really good. I probably caused 3 of those sacks myself. Defensively, though, man, what a game from Sly. What a game from Scales. Schumacher, 3 tackles for loss. Keegler, 2 tackles for loss, a sack and a half. Jeffries finishes up his career with a 2-sack performance. Morton with a half sack. Just what a day. Another big thing to remember, we made the field goal. It ended up not, I guess, really mattering. We made the field goal. North Carolina did not. Lopez, 23 for 31, 224. Did have 2 tuds, no picks. He had the one humongous scramble, 63 yards. And, of course, his fumble, they were able to recover it. They didn't run it a lot, but did run it decently well, to be honest with you, when they did. Williams was a really good weapon for them. Robinson struck with the big touchdown there at the end. We did a really nice job, though, I think, for the majority of this game of covering these guys up, making them make plays. They took one too many deep shots to this Kiki guy, who's just not tall enough for 50-50 balls. Defensively, was really super impressed with Liddell Grant. 5 tackles for loss, 2.5 sacks. He's the one that had the strip sack. Who was it? Dunbar. Who was the other one? Who was who's the guy that picked it up? Franklin Thomas was the one that picked it up and took the scoop and score up. Flo was the other guy that recovered a fumble that Waters forced. I think overall we did a nice job kind of keeping things away from Ziegler from the perspective of him being able to pick things off and make plays that way. But a 16 tackle performance, he was outstanding. Yeah. They got tackles for loss in this game for sure. They got after us more than any team has from a sack perspective. But it wasn't enough. It was not enough. How do we want to do this? I think what I simply want to do here is I think I want Baker to be our thumbnail player of the game here, to be honest with you. Take a shot there at him. Shot there at the background. And then let's go find Ziegler. Can't believe we got that dub, guys. I did not play well myself. Missed some opportunities for sacks. I don't know, I didn't play very well. Did not maneuver the pocket and stuff all that great. But at the end of the day, it don't matter. Because we're national champions. Single season record holder for passing yards does go to Bryce Baker. Unfortunately, we could not get him that passing touchdown, but a win is more important. Keeler sets the Big Ten single sack record as a red shirt freshman. What a player, man. Banged up, obviously, there at the end. We win our national championship. It feels good. It feels good. Feels good. Let's advance the week. See the final standings. Take a look at the team stats. I guess this would be a good time to look over like stat leaders and stuff for the country as well, won't it? Number 1 team in the country? Coachability back up to an A. Let's go. That's huge. Certainly got some people that can still transfer out. You know, not going to necessarily disagree with that. Up to an A+ on coach prestige, one of 6 coaches that has that in all of college football. We are among the elite of the elites. Ian Jeffries, of course, is your Big Ten Defensive Player of the Week. Abdul Volk is your Big Ten Offensive Player of the Week. I'm assuming they're both going to be the National Players of the Week. Actually, what's his name won, because I bet Latrell Grant won it for national perspective. Now, as we look at this college football history, the 2028 season, the 2029 National Championship. Yeah, Texas Tech won in year 1, Ohio State in year 2, Oregon in year 3, and then we get the win here in 2028, the year 4, 2028 season, your national champions. We end up number 1 overall, your final top 25, Purdue, North Carolina, Georgia, Miami, UCLA, Tennessee, Rice, Illinois, Clemson, Pitt, Notre Dame, Oklahoma State, Oklahoma, Baylor, Texas, Penn State, Akron, Michigan, Texas A&M, Auburn, Western Kentucky, Alabama, TCU, Florida National, Syracuse. Over the course of this 16-game season, we end up playing 3 regular season teams that ended the season ranked 3 in the top 18. We won those games by 4, 3, and 6. So really close games there. Add on beating UCLA in the Big Ten Championship game, hammered them, beat them by 27, beat Illinois by 17, Georgia by 5, and then we beat North Carolina by 5. Mistakes in the North Carolina game and not playing well in the fourth quarter against Georgia really kept us from building on leads and kind of exploding and expanding on that. We are up to 4-star prestige, certainly starting to put ourselves in a really good spot. Now, we've taken a look at award winners and everything. Let's take a look at our season stats, and we'll kind of peruse the entire country, break things down. The end of this episode is obviously going to be a little bit longer than what a lot of them will be, of course, as we're looking at these stats. Bryce Baker ends up with 4,100 yards passing, the single-season record here in Purdue, 39 touchdowns, tying Drew Brees' record against just 4 interceptions. You add on his 339 yards and 13 scores on the ground. It's a great season. He had 3 fumbles, 2 of them being in the national championship game. Abdul Volk, 1,906 yards, 22 touchdowns, one of the best seasons in Big Ten history. Not quite up there with the Monty Ball, Melvin Gordon seasons, Jonathan Taylor's of the Wisconsin, and Ron Dane. Ezekiel Elliott, maybe not quite up into that level, but an outstanding season. Forsett was really good when we handed him the ball. Stenerud, I think, would be an absolutely fantastic running back one whenever that time comes. But Volk should have one more year for us. Hopefully this season blows him up into being a draftable player as a senior. Maybe at 85 he can get there, maybe. Corey Smith, over 100 receptions, over 1,100 yards, 10 touchdowns. DeAndre Smith, really nice year considering the lower amount of snaps that he plays. Gant was really good for us at tight end. Stenerud was a menace out of the backfield. Braceful, maybe didn't have the impact that I originally thought he was going to, but really made a lot of really big plays for us. He was sure-handed, just 1 drop on the season. Harris took the big leap. Never really did a lot for us, unfortunately, but had some really clutch third down conversions in different games throughout the year. Volk was really good out of the backfield. Zegwu, hit him on some of those pick-pop plays and little drags underneath. Pretty much it from our receivers. Don't really have anybody that gives up a whole bunch of sacks. This is an elite group of offensive linemen. Really excited about, a lot of these guys. We're obviously going to have to replace our center. We already got our next guy up right here. Should have Herman back. Should have Easley is going to be gone. He's been a starter for us all 4 years. That'll be a left guard we have to replace. Finian Ganafo should be back, but he's kind of on that borderline point at 85 overall. Maybe he can go. Brian Volk, sophomore, certainly looks like a future NFL player to me. Don't remember what his caps are, and I'm not going to spend the time to do it right this exact second. Scales, monster season, play style. We've hit his deal breaker, so now Scales is going to be coming back for his senior year after an outstanding 2-year stretch despite his overall. Lawton, we brought him in from North Carolina, or not, excuse me, from North Carolina, from Indiana. Outside of the transfer portal, outstanding day one starter for us. 113 tackles, 6 sacks, massive season. Dalton Sly will be back. Will be playing a slot next year. Continues to be a playmaker. Marable, senior, he's gone. So that's somebody we're going to have to replace. Baxter does not like the pro potential deal breaker. Is that another safety that we now are going to have to replace? Both these guys had great seasons. Marable had a great career for us. A lot of positives here. Stroud. We brought him in out of the transfer portal. He should be back with us next year. Really good player. I really think he locks down one side of the field. Hadori Hines is going to end his career leading us in interceptions this season. Was a complete shutdown corner on his side of the field. Excellent job going up, batting down passes. Hopefully he gets drafted. Was a really good player. What else do you say about Kegler? 50 tackles, 41 of them for a loss. 21 sacks. He won basically every award that you can win this year. Was amazing. Schumacher has a double-digit sack season as a sophomore, 8.5 this year, 28 tackles for loss. Really was a much better player this year, I think, overall than he was last year. Just didn't quite have the sack numbers because Kegler and Ian Jeffries, what a massive season for the senior here. 13 sacks, 21 tackles for loss. What a finish for him. It's had 3 great years for us. Didn't play a whole lot, obviously, in 2025, but 3 great years. And look at this finish for him just in the playoffs. Really, even before the playoffs, if you want to count the Indiana game, the Big Ten championship game, Illinois, Georgia, North Carolina, absolutely dominated down this final stretch, right? Crazy finish to this season. Because you could certainly say he was borderline, a disappointment. He had 1 sack heading into the Indiana game. He ends his season well into the double digits, 13 sacks. Morton improved from his stats as a freshman. Should blossom again one more level up, I think. And then you kind of get more, that's your key guys, right? Then you get more guys that kind of played lesser roles. Darman came in, had an interception. Johnson, we got a half sack with. Druzma, I think, is going to be a monster for us. I think he's going to be exceptional. Really, really high-level future pass rusher for us. It might just take longer than we wanted to for him to get to that point. Marcus Moore always gave us good snaps. Did not play a ton this year. Lay, I think, is going to be a really good ball player, too. Those are most of your guys that had stats, though. But a really, really overall great defense. Did an outstanding job over the course of it. Marco Geese, 17 for 20, did a nice job with him. Didn't have to punt it a whole lot, just 23 times over the course of the season. We had no return touchdowns this year. Was not a really big aspect of what we were trying to do. As we look over here at team stats from a national perspective in scoring, pretty high up. I don't want to count it out exactly, but we're on the first screen. Offensively, the number 1 scoring defense nationally on the other side. From a strictly conversion standpoint, the 5th best third down conversion rate. We're the 2nd best 4th down conversion rate with over double, the team that had more than us. Red zone efficiency, obviously very high level at that. Penalties, of course, are going to end up being the best when it comes to that. Turnover differential, this is probably something that's much more in line with being just very even, I would guess. Yeah, 3. It's not a terrible group there. As we look at things purely from let's look at the yards per game. Kind of in a similar spot to what we are there in points. Passing yards, pretty high up. But then rushing yards, I'm sure, third in the country on a per game basis. It's a little bit lower than that. But man, I mean, what a season! Look at the record books that we now have. We obviously set the single season conference record right here in the Big Ten when it comes to sacks. Evan Keegler, first year as a starter. What a mark that he put already on his career here. Outstanding. Then if we look just at, strictly just the stats that we put up, just for our own personal school records. Unfortunately, again, we did not break the passing touchdown record there of Drew Brees. We did tie it, but Bryce Baker, passing yards, Abdul Volk, rushing yards, Abdul Volk, rushing touchdowns, of course, Keegler with the sacks there as well. We'll take a quick perusal of the national stats and stuff, but if this is all you're really interested in, obviously, thank you for tuning in. Glad we won a national championship game. Just an awesome finish to this season, and we are not done yet. Certainly coming back for more. No plans of shutting this dynasty down anytime soon, because I got a nice twist I want to bring into next season. I'll talk about it more in the off-season episode. If you've watched, a full game or two here and there, you've already heard about it, but something that I'll talk about pretty quickly into the off-season episode. Let's look at things from a national perspective. Purely based off of passing yards, I really wish that it would kind of like pinpoint, like kind of put your user little character there to kind of show us what we got here. Baker was really high up here in yards. Obviously played more games than most people, really high up in touchdowns. The best touchdown interception ratio I've ever put on wax here. But obviously it's not going to be that great in comparison to a lot of other people. Volk leads the country in rushing yards. He is tied for third in rushing touchdowns. Absolutely phenomenal season from a guy that hit the transfer portal after his freshman season, thought about hitting it after his sophomore season. Now look at him and the numbers he's putting up. John Monk, a 2,000-yard season with 18 touchdowns. Wow. Just kind of giving you like the front page, I guess, of some of these stats. What a season for Monk, though. Golly, 137 receptions. Did he hit the Triple Crown? He did not. Jadrian Poindexter, 19 touchdowns, but an outstanding season there for Monk, who did not have a huge day against us, but did have the one touchdown. Look at things defensively. Obviously, Scales, again, leading the country in tackles. A lot of guys kind of all in his ballpark, though. Tackles for loss perspective, again, this is something that's not going to be accurate because of the totality of the way that they look at. These are just going to be the top 300 guys in total tackles. So a lot of these stats are not going to really stand out. Zayden Walker, a 15-sack season for him. That's a tremendous season. That's outstanding there for him. So we'll just kind of quickly let's do sacks, and we'll just look at things kind of from every conference perspective, and then we'll do, I don't really care about interceptions, but we'll do sacks, and then we'll kind of bounce around. Keegler should have led the country in sacks there at 21, I'm guessing. This is the best way I know to look at this stat without looking at every single team. That's what we're going to go with. Keegler leads the country in sacks. We break all kind of records. We go 16-0, a lot earlier than I thought we were going to. Certainly were stretches in time in this season. I think back to that Wake Forest game in game 2, and I was like, I don't know what this team is. We had to have a furious comeback to get this win. Scored the last 2 touchdowns of that game to end up getting it. But it happened. We really struggled. We were really bad defensively for a large portion of the the first half of the season, trying to get off the field on third downs. They'd be 3rd and 14s, 15s, 11s. Continuously gave them up. We figured out some different things, figured out what we need to do with Keegler. We started sending a little bit more pressure. We just changed up our zones and everything. We've largely been a cover 3 team through the first 3 seasons. We could not be a cover 3 team consistently this year. We were starting to really get eaten up. But now we're in a standpoint, we're getting ready for the off season. We kind of got an idea of who the guys may be that may want to hit the transfer portal. From my first glance at it, it does not appear like it's going to be the big movers and shakers, right? Like we've always kind of had the Schumachers, the Steneroos, the Volks, all of these quarterbacks and everything. that have hit the portal on us. That does not seem to be where we're heading towards this year. So my hope that this national championship is something that we can build upon and even be a better team heading into next year. That's going to be it for me today. If you enjoyed the content, like and subscribe. Check out my Seattle Mariners franchise on the channel as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's been a pleasure doing this series. This may be the single most fun I have had doing a Dynasty ever in my entire life. Dating back, I've been playing this game, or some version of a college football game since the late 90s, as a 6, 7, 8-year-old. I've had a great time. So, yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, peace.